Infinity doesn't really exist. It's a concept. It's not a real number. They use it to represent a boundless amount, but it's not a real number. And in fact, infinity doesn't exist. And I can't prove that. But you can't prove that it does, because if your family spent the next million generations of people counting, and let's say that the average lifespan went up to 1 billion years within the next 1,000, so now we're talking a googolplex of years, of lifetimes of your family, just counting and just counting and just counting. Every sound that their mouth could make would eventually represent a number, and that means that love would become a numerical value that actually had a specific point in the numeral line, while infinity still doesn't. And then everybody would be like, see, I told you love was the answer to blah, 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 all that bullshit. But you can't get to infinity, because after a googolplex of years of human lifetimes counting and doing nothing in your entire family but counting, and this is somehow pays the bills and you can have a kid and never stop counting, and the kid comes out counting from day one of breathing air, because now we're like highly evolved and we can live for 1 million years, you're still gonna run out of sounds to represent numbers. You're going to have to start repeating yourself, and one number is going to take so long to say that even if we condense it, the heat death of the universe will eventually show up, and your family of counters will be annihilated before they even reach a measurable percentage of what would be infinity. The biggest number you can think of, multiply it by the biggest number you can think of over and over again for almost an infinite amount of years. And that's not measurable on the scale of infinity. And that's how I know for sure that infinity does not exist. But yet, a data center weighs more when it's full of memory than when it's brand new. That means your thoughts weigh something, and that means that numbers, although imaginary in your head, have a weight, and that cannot be infinite. This is a finite situation, if that makes sense. Green bean.